Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am sharing my layout for the August Scrap 5 challenge. On the screen right now, you're looking at the 5 items we're all going to be using this month, which includes a sketch. And this would be the sketch that I selected to use on my layout. I will go ahead and link everyone participating this month down in my description box. So be sure to go on over and take a look at their layouts using these same 5 items as well. So here on my desk, I have my photo of my grandson that I'm going to be scrapbooking today. I also selected my star item, which would be this stencil. I'm going to use it together with some molding paste there from Golden. Now on my desk, I already had some of this MoonStruck collection here from a previous layout. So I decided to try to use it on this layout as well and try to get it used up. It's been in my stash for so long. I've been slowly chipping away at it. So I'm going to use my photo here as a guide to help me select pattern papers here, based mostly on the colors of what will look really good with my photo here. And I decided to use that dotted pattern paper there as my base. Now I'll go ahead and list all of the items I used on this layout today down in the description box, so you can take a look if you would like to find any of these items online. And here I'm going to work on the background. So I'm just using the stencil together with my Nuvo Spatula, and I'm going to push through that molding paste. It is white and will definitely stand out against that darker background. Now adding these tiny stars in together with that dotted background makes it a bit busy, but my photo is large, so it really stands up well to that busy background. It's not gonna get lost at all on that background. So I worked a bit on the top left. I'm gonna work on the bottom right, just giving those other areas a little bit of time to dry in between. And if any of the molding paste gets squished at all with my stencil, that does not bother me at all. If you're working with mixed media at all, definitely do not expect perfection with that. And I definitely do not mind a messy look when working with mixed media. So here I am going to go ahead and do the last corner, and then I'm going to fill in any areas I think need a little bit more stars. And you can see I'm not going directly off the edge at all. I'm just filling in the center and leaving the edges clear. You can see also the center of my pattern paper there have no stars, and that's perfectly fine because that's where my layers are gonna go, so all of that area will get covered up. Now once I'm done adding my mixed media there, I'm just using my heat tool, give it a quick dry, and now I'm going to trim off about 1/4 inch off the bottom, and I need 1/4 inch off the sides, but I decided to snip just about half of it on each side. That way I don't cut away too much and have the texture paste part of the layout uneven. Not centered, I should say. Here I'm going to add it to a white cardstock, and this is just some flimsy white cardstock from Joann's, so I'm not going to gut it. I'm just going to add it directly on there to add a white border. And next up I will begin working on my layers. Now one of the items on the list would be a 5x7 element, and I decided to go in here with some tissue paper, and this just came with some packaging for probably a scrapbook purchase I made, and it was wrapped up nicely in some tissue, so I usually save it and use it on my layout. So I'm just gonna roughly measure out 5x7 and give it a really rough cut. The edges are not gonna be straight. I considered tearing it, but seeing that the background is already so busy, I decided to go with straight edges for all of my layers. So I went ahead and added my tissue exactly where I knew I would like it, and then I'll add some layers behind my photo. So here's one of the pattern papers I selected, and I'm gonna add a thin layer, a thin border around my photo. And once I flipped it over, I absolutely love the color on the back side of this paper here. Now I don't want any butterflies on my layout today, but I do love the color, so I'm just gonna add a thin layer so you do not see the butterflies, but you definitely get the color going all the way around the photo. Once I have that in place, I will go ahead and adhere that to my background. And now the part that I'm snipping off there, I will go ahead and use it to the right side of my photo, so it does not go to waste at all, and it adds a really nice element there to start building up my layers there next to my photo. So now I'm just gonna go over my list of items here and check off the ones that I already have on my layout and continue working. Now I'm gonna pull in here some ephemera pieces. These are also from the MoonStruck collection. And I'm just pulling out the ones that I think will go best with my layout. I do not use all of them. I just select the ones that I like up front, and then I'll start layering and figuring out exactly where I want each one of those pieces to go. So now looking at the right side, I know I'll already have some gold on the right side. I want to balance it out on the left as well. So I'm going to use that really cute picture frame there. I'm going to snip it in half, add half of it to the top of my photo here. And the other half I'm going to add to the bottom. And that says on there, "You always make me smile." I'm just using my liquid adhesive to adhere to the background, which will definitely hold it in place, especially seeing that I have those stars in there, that texture paste. It definitely needs something really strong to hold it in place. So now I'm going to work on my journaling on a tag, which is another item on our list. I begin with a black ink pen, then I added in some gold, and last I went in with the glaze black pen, which definitely brought out my journaling a lot more against that tag. The tag has a really beautiful scripty type of design on the background, and I added my journaling in script on top of that, which I absolutely love how that looks. Here I'm adding some twine just to that one tag. You can see I have a second tag there, but I'm not going to add any twine to it. Now, the tag that I added my journaling on, you can see I have some pink roses to the bottom of it. So I really would like to go ahead and hide that those roses and the color as well. So you'll see later on I do that using my embellishments. So now I decided, after I had my photo already on my layout, I decided to pull it up and add some foam adhesive behind it. And you can see I doubled up on it and lifted it quite a bit off my page, adding some dimension. I'm going to add this first layer, this first tag down. And then I'm going to add some foam adhesive, just one layer of it behind my tag, my second tag. And next up, I have my circle element there. It says "Shine Bright," and that's gonna serve as my title on my layout. Now I am gonna work on covering up those pink florals. Now you can see that I just used a piece of ephemera, just cut it apart. Gonna tuck that in. And just look through, find bits and pieces that's gonna work. Here we have some puffy stickers, and I used one that says Daydreamer. And here we have a square frame. I snipped it in half, half of it to the top left, and I'm going to tuck the other half in next to the circle. I try to use that key, but it just was not working out. I have 2 corners here for the corners. I'm just going to tuck that one right under the photo. And I have the second one to the bottom left. I'm really loving how this is coming together right now, and I have a full sheet of these cork embellishments, also from the MoonStruck collection, and there were stars on there, so I decided to go ahead and sprinkle those around, which added a really nice contrast to the layout. And you can see there are some cork banners on there as well. I am actually going to use those to cover up the other pink roses on that tag. Now, adding those in, I felt like I should add something on top of those cork banners, but I'm going to leave it for now and add in another item from the list, which would be sequins. I started adding them in close to my photo cluster, but I decided to add them to the edges there and just use my liquid adhesive to adhere it. And I love how that looks. Now, those sequins are silver, and I have no problems mixing gold with silver at all. I think it looks really, really pretty mixing both together. So I'm checking off all the items I already have on my list. And like I said before, I felt like those tabs there, they needed something on there. The banners, they needed something on there. I went through this little tray I have with lots of bits and pieces, pulled out these circles and added those on top, and added one to the top of my photo. I also found this cute flag banner. One of them had a word phrase I did not like, the blue one, so I layered the top banner on top of the blue one, and I tucked it under my photo to the top right corner. Here, finishing up, I felt it needed just a little more, a little something else, and I'm just adding a black border all the way around my layout on the white cardstock there, and I think that that brought it all together. I absolutely love how this layout turned out. If you've been following me here on my channel, you may have noticed there's a huge gap in between my last layout and this one. I've been away from my channel for quite a few months, but I'm back now, so be sure to come back and check out another one of my layouts really soon. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button today. Also hit the notification bell, and that way you'll know once I upload new videos. Don't forget, check out everyone else participating today down in my description box. So I want to thank you all for watching, and until my next video, bye.